Hi guys, I'm Toria. I'm the owner of Pollinia Content Creations, and since this is my first video, I want to give you a little bit of background on myself. I'm going to be creating some more content, just helping out new freelancers and small business owners get started with some of the tools and the tricks that I've learned. So basically, I go by the title of brand manager just because it's easier, but my background includes graphic design, studio photography, YouTube SEO optimization, podcast management, everything under the digital marketing sun. I've worked with influencers and e-commerce companies and actors and you name it. So today's video is just basically about some of my favorite free software that's out there that I find really helpful. Top 5, but of course there's always going to be more content to come. So let's get started. So number 1. ClickUp. So ClickUp is a project management platform. It is basically the same thing as Basecamp, Trello, Mondaycom, Asana, any of those things that help you take your daily tasks and keep them organized, especially when you're working with teams and there's a lot of collaboration involved. So when I was working at a social media agency, one of my assignments was to research all of the different project management platforms out there and come back to the team and tell them what was the best one and get them all transitioned over. So in that experiment, I actually decided on Mondaycom because it looked like it was going to be legit. It's very color coordinated. You can customize each column. You can add like locations for photo shoots, a due date, the time that something is going to be going live, anything. So you can customize all those columns, but it just didn't work the way that I wanted it to. A lot of things fell flat, reoccurring tasks were a mess. So then I had a friend, Olivia, who actually recommended ClickUp to me, and ClickUp is set up the same way as Mondaycom, but it is everything that Monday wishes that it was. If you know me, you know that I recommend this to literally everyone for everything. I keep track of my personal bills, my personal things that I want to get done, as well as manage my entire business through a separate ClickUp account. It is incredible. I can provide you guys some screenshots and show you a little bit of what that platform looks like. All right, guys, so I decided just to go ahead and show you what ClickUp looks like and the different ways that I use it. So for my podcast clients, you can set the due date that all of the assets are due, so like the thumbnails and the transcripts and everything like that. But then you can also set the go live time when the video is actually supposed to go out, the location that it's going to go to. So this I have set up as just a drop down since there's only a few different locations that it goes to, but you could also swap that out with a text box. So that way, if it was like photo shoot locations, you could put the exact address that you're going to. So definitely cool in that regard. Also, I'll show you how I use it for my own business. You can see this is one of my employee accounts, and everything that I have in here is either going to be a resource, so like the brand guidelines for clients or a how-to instruction guide or things like that. So I created this custom category that indicates whether something is a resource or an assignment. You can add multiple people to a task, set the due dates. So if you were to go into a task, this is just an example. I'm having Jake collect different content ideas for my clients. So you can see that you can create subtasks within the task. And you can upload attachments, you can add text, we could comment back and forth, and if I had revisions, just indicate it really easily there. Basically, ClickUp is the best. So that's just a quick little snippet of what it looks like within the platform. So the next free software that I want to talk about is very popular. It is called LastPass, lastpass.com. They also have a Chrome extension to make it really easy, but basically it saves all of your passwords securely in one place. You can initiate two-factor authentication. You can share your passwords and your logins with other team members. You can hide the passwords if you just want them to be able to log in using the login information. It's incredible. Basically, I've never needed to upgrade from the free account. I know someone somewhere probably has and can speak to a better level of that. I think it's more for like large corporations and people who have multiple teams and multiple levels of security. But if you are just a freelancer, the free account will get you through the day. Basically with the Chrome extension, every time you go to log in, it'll have a little prompt on the side that you can click, and it'll provide you, like say you're logging into Facebook, it'll provide you all 20 of the Facebook logins that you have stored in there. So that way you can navigate really easily. So definitely appreciate that one. The next free software I want to talk about is Square.com. So I highly recommend this to anybody who has an in-person business, or if you are just a freelancer and you need to keep all of your invoices and everything organized in one place. I really appreciate it. I use it for their recurring invoices. So that way, like my clients who are on monthly retainers are able to just store their credit card on file, store their billing information, and they don't need to think about it every single month. You can adjust those recurring series and, adjust the prices as needed, but really it's kind of a hands-off tool for you. But I use it to pay my contract employees. It will actually file their 1099s, like their tax documents, for you without even blinking an eye. I just got an email saying that they already did it for me, so that's incredible. But also this platform is free with the exception of the fees that they will take from your transaction. So it's a 2.9% fee plus 30 cents for every transaction. So it really is pocket change at the end of the day. It's just like using Venmo, or Square actually owns Cash App. If you guys are familiar with that, they take a little bit out of everything, but it's a lot better. It's a lot easier to use than PayPal or juggling, different payment methods from different clients. So I highly recommend encouraging all of your clients to pay their invoices through Square. And next on the list is Later.com. They actually offer a ton of different features like analytics. You can store a media library for any user-generated content. You can schedule Instagram posts. I personally don't use their Instagram scheduling feature, but I do really appreciate the link in bio feature because, as you know, you can only have one link in your Instagram bio at a time, which if you have 2 posts in a week, a blog that you really want people to check out, but also a video you want them to check out, it's really contradictory and it can get really challenging. So the way it works is they give you a custom URL that you put in your Instagram bio, and when your followers click on that link, it'll open up just right within Instagram, and it's almost like a duplicate of your grid. And any posts that you have that have linked items inside them will show up there. People can check them out as soon as they're done watching the video, reading the blog, whatever. They can just swipe down and they're back scrolling on their Instagram grid without ever leaving the app. So highly recommend that one. It's free to start, but if you do want to upgrade, they do have a $25 a month option, and that integrates a bunch of other features. You can link your Shopify for e-commerce and just do the click to shop right within Instagram. There's a bunch of different things, so highly recommend checking them out. And the last one on my list is more for content creation, but it's an awesome tool. I would recommend it to anybody. It is Unfold by Squarespace. So it's actually an app that allows you to do Instagram story templates. You can do filters and, add text. It just makes it really aesthetic and super easy to use. So definitely recommend that one as well. But apart from that, that wraps up my list for today's top free softwares for you guys to try out as freelancers. If you want to find out about any specific platforms that I use, or like video editing, photo editing, there's so many under the umbrella. So just let me know. Comment below if you want to find out anything more, but we've got more videos coming, so keep an eye out.